At the funeral of Pope Francis, a moment meant to unify faiths and leaders, the divide between applause and silence echoed louder than any eulogy. Held in the heart of Vatican City, beneath the shadow of St. Peter's Basilica, this wasn't just a farewell to a pope. It became a live demonstration of shifting global sympathies. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky entered the square to resounding applause. Cameras panned, jumbotrons lit up, and leaders from Europe, Asia, and the Americas stood in silent acknowledgement of a man currently navigating a brutal war. The crowd's reaction wasn't just for the man, it was for what he represented: resilience, victimhood, Western unity. But minutes later, when US President Donald Trump entered, something strange happened. Nothing. No applause, just the hum of the crowd. Cameras didn't linger. Commentators fell quiet, and among the sea of dignitaries, Trump appeared isolated. For an American president, especially one who prides himself on commanding attention, the silence was jarring. Was it orchestrated, symbolic, or simply spontaneous? CNN's coverage pointed out the awkward timing. Applause that erupted shortly after Trump's entrance wasn't for him, but for Zelensky, whose arrival had been mistakenly edited to appear simultaneous. Right-wing media, of course, jumped to defend the moment, calling it biased framing. But videos from independent sources confirmed the timing, and that wasn't the only uncomfortable moment. As Trump made his way through the procession, he extended a hand toward French president, a standard diplomatic gesture. Macron didn't return it. Instead, he turned, speaking to an aide. Was it a snub, a genuine oversight, or a carefully calculated political move made in front of dozens of cameras? Social media exploded. Trump snubbed the Vatican trended on X, formerly Twitter, racking up millions of views. Meanwhile, right-leaning platforms called the reporting manipulative, a manufactured outrage. But in the middle of it all, average viewers couldn't ignore one thing: the optics. And optics in global politics are power. Then came the attire. While most leaders wore somber black in respect for the late pontiff, Trump arrived in a navy blue suit, standard fare for US business but not for a papal funeral. He wasn't alone in breaking from tradition. Other attendees, including Prince William, also wore blue. But again, the media lens focused on Trump. Perhaps it was fair, perhaps not. But the question persisted. Was Trump out of step with the world stage? Or was the world just waiting for a moment to call him out? The answer might lie in the reactions from those closest to the church. Vatican officials made no official comment, but leaked murmurs from aides revealed discomfort with the political undercurrents of the event. Several even suggested the funeral became a quiet referendum on leadership, not of the church but of nations. And in that referendum, it seemed, America's current image was under the microscope. While President Trump gave no remarks during the ceremony, aides later reported he was disappointed by the lack of warmth. Yet others in his circle spun the narrative differently, suggesting the silence was respectful rather than cold. But among foreign diplomats, the verdict was more clear-cut. As one anonymous EU official told Reuters, this was a moment for quiet power, and some powers have grown very, very quiet. The contrast between Trump and Zelensky could not have been more vivid. One represented a country under siege, defending Western values on the battlefield. The other leading the world's most powerful nation, yet increasingly perceived as combative, unilateral, and isolated. And here's where things get even more intriguing. Trump's campaign team reportedly viewed the visit as a missed opportunity, originally hoping to use footage from the event in a new campaign, ad emphasizing Trump's respect on the global stage. The footage was quietly shelved. The question now isn't whether Trump was snubbed. The cameras captured that. The question is why. Has the world moved on from American dominance? Is US leadership under Trump seen as unreliable, even unwelcome? And more importantly, does the silence signal something more dangerous? A fracturing of diplomatic ties that no election or handshake can quickly repair. This wasn't just a funeral. It was a live global referendum on leadership, optics, and respect. And for a nation that once led the free world, silence may be the loudest message of all. But what do you think? Was Trump unfairly treated, or is this a warning sign for how America is now seen globally? Let us know what you believe in the comments. And if you want to stay on top of the biggest geopolitical shifts that nobody is telling you about, make sure to like this video and subscribe. The next world-shaping moment may already be unfolding, and you deserve to know before it breaks.